What's up, everybody? It's finally summer vacation. It's actually not, because it's May 8th for me. But this is releasing the first Friday in June, so, you know, summer vacation. Hooray. But yeah, we are back. Well, not Andrew, because he ain't here right now. But we will be back the next week. We have been really trying to get some videos out, but really stuff just stops working sometimes. Like, the camera won't play, our screen recordings get cut in half. And then when everything does go well, the video idea is kind of boring and we just don't have fun at all. So, we have tried many times to do something, but it just never worked. But we are back with a new video. We're covering creepy Disney stuff. Disney is like one of those places where everyone loves it and everyone wants to go, but now it's too damn expensive to go. My family's more of like a Disney person, at least on my mom's side. We have a lot of Disney things. And that's kind of the theme park I went to. Never really Universal and that type of stuff. Disney's kind of like a thing that I'm like fascinated with it for like many different reasons. Maybe like animatronics, abandoned places, or, you know, creepy Disney stuff. So that's what we're looking at today. We're looking at creepy Disney things. Anything creepy that came from Disney. So we're just gonna kind of look around for videos, react to some of them, see anything that's scary or worth being in this video. Because we will release this video on the first Friday of June. I will make sure it will. Tired of not having videos. But anyway, we begin. So the first video we're going to be looking at is the creepy Disney iceberg from Bionic Pig. I don't remember the actual title because I'm not looking at it right now, but once I find out, I can put a link in the description for you guys to go. It's kind of interesting to watch, so I don't know, let's just go with it.
Hello, it's me again, here to tell you all the horrors of our world so that we may bask in the glory that maybe our lives really aren't that bad.
Yeah, we have a person to talk about all the horrors of this world. Yay!
Sure, talking about the inevitability of our corporate overlords basically being able to do whatever the hell they want while we kind of just sit back in utter terror while we eat our fifth Hot Pocket isn't the funnest of things to do, but that's what we're going to do. Today we're not going to be fisting Mickey Mouse, we're going to be putting our hands like this and going deep inside Mickey Mouse into a fist in order to see the dark depths of what Disney has in store for us.
What? I'm sorry, pause? What do you mean by that? Hey, just shove a fist in a Mickey Mouse.
Amazing forms of media and characters that, I mean, sure, were actually stolen from original fairy tales and then kind of made into more childlike things, so it's not really like original. For those who aren't familiar with the iceberg videos, it's the basic concept of the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is what everyone knows. The further we get down into the depths, that's the shit that is very obscure, a lot of times very depressing and dark. There will be 5 different tiers. A lot of these came from different icebergs that I saw on the internet, and a lot of these things I actually found myself with my research. I tried to make sure everything that's on this list is real and tangible and not just some creepy pasta or something like that.
Just a bite of 87. Yeah. Was that the bite of 87?
Was that the bite of 87?
On the tip is actually something that's kind of been trending lately. Go Away Green, the magical paint color that Disney uses to make things completely disappear.
Yeah, let me get some of that. Let me just disappear.
All the time when it came to Disneyland or Disney World. It has some weird color combination that makes it to where your eyes kind of just ignore that it's there. And I know it's kind of confusing, but if you look at some of these images, you can kind of see clearly what I mean. They use it to hide construction sites.
Also, yeah, the tip is like fun and all, but we're gonna try to get some creepy stuff. I'm gonna go down a little bit, skip some of it so we can get some more of the creepy stuff, but like I said, I can give the description of this video. Well, I can give the link of the video in the description. How did I mess that one? I'm gonna skip down to the bottom a little bit more so we can get some more creepy stuff, because that's what we're all about.
All right, let's go a little deeper, a little deeper down. Remember, the deeper we go, more obscure, a little bit darker we get. Japan's Disneyland ripoff called Nara Dreamland. This one is quite interesting and in a way somewhat impressive. The fact that they were able to yoink Disney's likeness for 45 years. And also the fact that it was kind of just completely abandoned out of the blue. There are a bunch of photographers and journalists who found out about this place and end up breaking in and taking pictures. There was like trucks still there, buildings, everything was just left as is, like everyone kind of just disappeared. But knowing how Disney operates when it comes to copyright, it's absolutely astonishing the fact that they didn't get sued whatsoever.
Yeah, I've heard of that place before. Apparently, the story goes that someone that worked with Walt Disney, or heard of him, wanted to bring his parks to Japan, but he couldn't get really the rights to it, so he just kind of made his own ripoff. And people enjoyed it until Tokyo Disneyland came out, was released to the public, and then that kind of went abandoned after people stopped going there. So, yeah, that's the story of this obscure theme park in Japan you probably never need to know about. I got some useless information in my brain.
Under the radar for 45 years and were in business for a long time. But apparently they shut down in 2006, and apparently the reason was just a lack of foot traffic. You know, there wasn't many customers left, which, you know, is speculation. It could be a complete different reason. Maybe they were worried that Disney caught wind of their place and they're just like, F this, I'm out. Who knows? It's kind of up for grabs. But still, looking at these pictures of this place, seeing the pure, complete ripoff that they did of Disneyland is honestly hilarious. This one is a common phrase heard when it comes to Disney, the idea that it is a perfect place where no one can die. Obviously, this is complete myth to make it seem like Disney is, you know, a safe haven, free from the outside world, to really give that idea of wonderment and a fairy tale land. Which I do get it, I do get why they do that, but the methods that they do in order to keep the technicality of that phrase is kind of depressing. If someone dies on the property at Disney, they do not call the death of someone who dies at Disney. Now, I don't know if they still do this. This is just something that I've read about. In order to keep the technicality of someone not dying on the property of Disney is the fact that they don't allow someone to die. What they do is attempt to resuscitate the dead, regardless if they are far gone, if they've been dead for a while. They resuscitate the dead as much as possible until they are off the property, then they call them dead. There was even a part of an article I read where a spectator was even asking about it because a dude was dead on the ground for a while.
Yeah, just imagine being like an innocent bystander, seeing someone like die, like just instantly die, and then 2 minutes later they come back and just like start giving them CPR and stuff. And then you're just looking there like, why is this guy trying to bring him back? He's been dead for like 2 minutes now. They just never showed up in time. It's already dead. Why are you trying?
The death of Marcelo Torres. Now this one is just pure negligence when it comes to the maintenance of a specific ride called Big Thunder Mountain, which this ride is still around today. Apparently throughout the year of 2003, this ride was showing many issues, but it seems like those issues were never properly taken care of. And Marcelo was the one who suffered for their negligence. So basically how this ride works is in front of the entire track there is a big train car that kind of leads the way. The ride was headed around a sharp right bank into a tunnel, which all of a sudden the front train on that turn became completely derailed. And in turn, it ended up mounting the car behind it. And it landed a heavy hit on Marcelo's chest and head. Ended up breaking a bunch of his ribs, and then he gradually bled to death.
Man, that really sucks. Imagine like going to Disney and just riding your favorite ride, which is Big Thunder Mountain. Like imagine going to that ride excited, but because people just failed to fix all the issues, you end up getting killed because of it. That just sucks. Man, that hurts.
There for a good 20 minutes with a dead body in front of them before help even arrived. A very avoidable death, and there was a settlement which the details of it weren't given out by request of the family. However, all we know is that they gave $500,000 to Brooks College in Long Beach to provide scholarships to aspiring animators because their 22-year-old son Marcelo was a graphic artist. So it's safe to say that at least they got a decent settlement out of it, but in their own words, it won't bring back their son. The death of Debbie Stone. Now, there are a few deaths when it comes to Disneyland, but none are as creepy and mysterious as the death of Debbie Stone. Apparently, she is the sole death of Disney cast members, which obviously could be speculated by how much Disney hides stuff. But the way she died was so horrific, it left so many people scratching their heads as to whether or not it was an accident, negligence, or maybe something even darker. Debbie was just accepted into the Iowa State University, and in order for her to save money, she ended up applying at Disneyland because she did always want to work there, and she ended up getting a job as a hostess. And at Disneyland, a major ride there was called the Carousel of Progress, which was redesigned to become a new attraction called America Sings on June 28, 1974, an automated musical extravaganza that paid tribute to the musical history that America debuted. There were 6 theaters, and they rolled around in sequence as to allow the theater audience to experience each event, basically. During such show, it was the job of the Disney hostess to stand on the left side of each stage in order to welcome people in and say goodbye to the people as well. And to make matters more depressing of this case, Debbie ended up calling her parents to ask them permission to marry the person that she loved, and obviously her parents happily obliged, so she was probably in a great mood that day. A little later, around 10:30, when the last show got over and the stages were shifting positions, a guest from the adjacent theater heard a blood-curdling scream. When the operators rushed to the scene, they were horrified to see that Debbie Stone was actually crushed in between the walls of the theater. Still to this day, no one has any idea how this happened. You know, was she just not paying attention? Did she trip? Like, on the off chance did someone happen to shove her or push her? Like, no one actually knows what happened. But soon after this incident, and sometimes even till this day, people say that they hear the voice of someone telling people to be careful when they are on that, which people believe to be the ghost of Debbie trying to protect the people in the afterlife. May she rest in peace. That is a terrible way to go.
Man, that also sucks. Like, you got all that good stuff going for you, and then you get, like, crushed by 2 walls. All that stuff, just to, like, imagine getting into a state university, being allowed to get married as who you want, and getting the job you wanted to save money, and you just get, like, crushed by 2 walls. Man, that sucks. Ouch. But anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today. Like, comment, sub, if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one.
Those fingers in my hair that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft.